Get your driver's license.
Call your supervisor, sir.
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Please call your supervisor. Because you're not pulling me over, neither.
You get your driver's license out right now. Show me ID.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate. For what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Whatever the traffic stop was, it doesn't really matter. I'm not here for that, obviously. You're obligated when you're in a motor vehicle to present your ID.
When you're driving?
When you're in the motor vehicle, yes, like right now.
Can I see what law is that?
I don't have the law book on me, I know the law.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel where we talk about police interactions to make sure you know your rights and understand the legal rules for filming in public. We are highlighting some very important cases today. You'll find links to each creator's channel in the video description. Be sure to subscribe to them and don't forget to subscribe to mine as well. Now let's jump into our first video. We'll talk more later.
For what?
Because I told you to.
You have a reason, sir. You didn't pull me over. But you didn't pull me over.
Get the license out, or I'll hit for a backup and I'll take you out of the car.
Get your driver's license.
Call your supervisor, sir.
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Please call your supervisor. Because you're not pulling me over, neither.
You get your driver's license out right now. Show me ID.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate. For what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run
that doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean anything. I'll pull you over and I'll tow your car.
You can't tow my car.
You're
not pulling me over. You're not pulling me over.
Get your driver's license.
What is your badge number, sir?
Right there it is.
What's your name?
Can you read it to me?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Read your badge number and your name.
Get your driver's license.
Read your badge. I'm asking you. You can't lock me up. You can't lock me up.
Control Tom 3315.
We're asking you to call a supervisor, sir.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're not getting a supervisor.
We're not getting a supervisor? Refusing to identify himself.
Get your driver's license out.
A civil servant.
Off duty.
Off duty, pulling people over at Nordstrom parking lot.
Ain't nobody pulled you over. You stopped.
Well, if you ain't pulled us over, you don't need to see no license.
You jumped out and stopped me.
No, I said, show me your driver's license.
You jumped out and stopped me.
I said, show me your ID.
You jumped out and stopped me, sir.
I'm argue with you.
It's not an argument.
Okay, we just had. It's just one question. What was the reason for you jumping out on us?
Suspicious behavior.
What? Like what?
Exactly.
What was the suspicious behavior?
Exactly.
Buying a bunch of shoes at Nordstrom.
You guys are coming back around to look at me.
No, you jumped out the car. You jumped out the car first. You jumped out the car first. That's why we came back.
Get your driver's license out. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Because you ain't got to do nothing. He can't even pull you over out there. He can't pull you over.
Get your driver's license.
Let's go, cuz.
We're gonna wait for backup, sir.
Yeah, we wait.
Authority over you, or
you don't have no authority over me.
Not me.
We want
your supervisor.
Authority over me.
Who's your supervisor?
I don't have a supervisor out.
Oh, you're a self-contracted civil servant. Is that what you're saying?
I don't answer questions to you. We'll wait.
You don't even answer what your name is, officer?
Nope.
You can't even tell us that?
Nope.
Are you really an officer of the law?
Yep.
We don't have any proof that you are.
Well, that's
because you have a shirt that says
your driver's license out.
What is your proof that you're even legal to stop us? What is your proof? Why don't you
shut up? I'm not talking to you.
What is your proof? I'm being calm. You don't have to yell and spit in the car.
Yeah, I do.
Now you're spitting bodily fluids on us.
Yeah. There you go. You better get your driver's license out.
That's all right, officer. We're compliant. You have to suspect him of doing something. Suspicious behavior.
These guys were inside there. They got a bunch of stuff, and then they ran their mouth to me as they were leaving to try to make sure I didn't get their license plate. And then he didn't want to show me ID.
Officer Strelman.
So loss prevention said that they stole items.
No, they didn't steal items.
We bought a bunch of items.
They bought a bunch of stuff, but when they were sitting right here, I was trying to get their license plate. He hollers out the window, "You're not getting my plate," and he takes off. So I went to get him. Then he comes back and he stops here. So I asked him for driver's license.
It's all on video. That's not what happened.
What infraction did he commit?
Nothing at all, officer.
It's suspicious behavior. I'm wanting an ID.
Okay. What was suspicious about it?
Because he was calling me out in my car.
What did I call you, sir? I didn't call you anything.
You
I
wouldn't know
I asked you what
was
was you
doing.
trying to get my license plate for? That's what I asked you.
Okay. Well,
And then I came back to really see what was going on
That's why we stopped in front of the store.
with my hazards on. And he jumped out. We have it on record. He jumped out and told me to stop.
And started asking us for ID and all this and that. And
And he said we was looking suspicious. How? We was in the same store he was in. We was shopping.
he just
I'm
seen
a
us
loyal
shop.
customer here. I shop here all the time. The thing is, he asked for my license for what reason?
That's all we asked him, officer. That's all we asked him. What infraction or what crime do you suspect us of committing? And then we asked him for a supervisor. He said, you're not getting a supervisor.
hang tight for me for just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as far as I know, based upon what happened, I don't think either of us have any reasonable suspicion to believe
Right.
that there's a crime taking place.
Right.
It says there's no reason for a traffic stop at this point.
Right.
So there's no legal requirement for you to identify yourself to an officer at that
Right,
point. So
right.
if you don't want to give him ID, then you don't have to give him ID at that point.
And we tried to be calm and talk to him like that, and he just, I don't have to tell you anything. Leaning in the car, spitting all in the car. He's just, I don't know if he's having a bad day. His wife left him. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know,
Your
man.
guess is as good as mine.
But hey, man, I appreciate
as far
you,
as I'm
boss.
concerned, you guys are good to go. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
All right, here's the update you've been waiting for. Slimfish said the security guard got fired that same day, and honestly, it's not surprising. Here's what happened. The guard tried to stop two guys outside of the area he was supposed to be watching. That's a big no-no. Security guards can only control what happens on the property they're hired to protect, not out on public sidewalks. It also looked like the guard might have been an off-duty deputy sheriff, so maybe he thought he had more power than he actually did. The real trouble started when the guard tried to detain the guys and demanded ID from the driver. That's a major overstep. Security guards aren't police, and they have no right to hold people or ask for ID unless there's a real reason. Firing him was the right move. What he did wasn't just unprofessional, it violated their rights. If Slim and his cousin hadn't stayed calm, things could have easily gotten out of hand. The security company made it clear by firing him they're not putting up with harassment or discrimination. For context, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 protects people from being treated unfairly because of their race, religion, sex, or national origin. In this case, it looks like the guard targeted Slimfish for something he said, which is a violation of free speech rights. No word on a lawsuit yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if a payout is coming. Stay tuned for updates, and don't forget to subscribe.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Whatever the traffic stop was, it doesn't really matter. I'm not here for that, obviously.
Oh,
Just
in case I started recording, because
that's fine. You can do
if
that.
anything, if I need it for court or anything.
You can record all you want, no
Okay.
problem. You're obligated when you're in a motor vehicle to present your ID.
When you're driving,
When you're in the motor vehicle, yes, like right now.
can I see what law is that?
I don't have the law book on me. I know the law. That's.
Oh, so if you know
weren't
it, how
in the-
come?
if you weren't in the car and you parked in a parking lot, no. But as far as the motor vehicle being operated, yes.
Right. So get the law for me. Give me what law it is,
I don't
and
need the
then
law for you.
you're a police officer. You're supposed to know all the laws, and
Let me talk to you. Step out of the car for me.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
What's that?
I'm not stepping out of the car for my safety.
For your safety?
For my safety.
What do you think? We're going to beat you up?
No, but once you tell somebody to step out of the car, it's either they're being arrested, you're gonna take them in for questioning or something like that.
Okay.
If I'm not gonna be,
Listen,
I'd rather stay here
Listen.
where this is recording, in case something
don't tell me
happens.
Mr. Lawyer, okay?
No, I told him I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer.
Attorney,
But
okay? But I know the
I
basics.
value my rights. I have rights. I know the Constitution. I know what rights I have.
We do it with every single car
You
stop.
give up your rights when you're in the car.
When you're driving,
When you're driving,
When you're driving.
you have to present your ID.
Yeah,
If
when
you
you're
don't have your
driving.
ID, that's fine, but you got to give them a name.
I'm not giving out my name just because. Because you're gonna start. I need your name. I need your date of birth. You're gonna look me up. You're gonna have my address. You're gonna have all the information.
We don't
Yeah,
know who you
yeah.
are.
But what crimes did I commit?
He didn't say you committed any, did he?
No one's saying we do it with every single car stop.
Yep.
As far as you getting out of the car, I know you're thinking you're Joe Attorney.
No, I don't think that.
If
I don't think that.
If you're getting arrested, you're going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not.
All right. So when you say I'm being arrested, then we'll
Why
take it
would I
from
say
there.
that? Why would I say you're being arrested? If
I
you're
don't
just
know.
Sitting in the passenger
Yeah,
seat
because you're asking me for my
minding
name, my date of birth.
your- That's just for our safety. That's why we do that.
Yeah, but why did he get pulled over? right?
I had him for speeding.
Okay, so that's his problem.
Yeah, but
I'm just getting the ride home.
listen, but you're in the car, okay?
Yeah, but I didn't commit a crime. I didn't speed.
We're not saying that you did. We identify everyone in the car.
You're not
Every
listening
single car
to me.
stop.
I am listening.
Okay. When you get out of the car, okay, we don't just arrest people to get out of the car. We just don't tell you to get out for the heck of it, okay? For our safety, we ask for ID. Now you're obligated by the state to do that, okay?
Do you see anybody shooting? Do you see anybody with a
No,
bazooka?
I'm not here to be a debate. That's for court, okay?
All right, so whatever you gotta do, but I'm not giving up my rights. I'm not giving up my rights, and I know that's not a law. Once you tell me the law, what number it is, everything, we're gonna look it up,
It is
you know,
a law,
stuff like
but I'll
that.
be right back. I'll be right back. Where you guys from?
Providence.
Providence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hop off just for a minute? I want to talk to you real quick.
Nah, I want to stay with the camera recording because I don't know. You know, I don't want to be.
Feel free to bring
Yeah.
the camera with you.
I don't want to carry that and have it in your face, you know.
Okay.
But
Then you know what?
I don't want to be
Okay.
disrespectful. I don't want to take you guys away from doing your job and stuff. But they say that when you have rights, either you use them or you lose them. You know.
You're not disrespectful, okay? But you are breaking the law.
I am.
Okay. The United States Supreme Court says that we have every right to take you out of this car while we conduct the traffic stop.
Even when I'm not being arrested, I wasn't driving. I don't have any probable cause. You know, just for my friend, because he already got a ticket. He's late for, he's giving me a ride, as a courtesy, for me, because my car broke down. I'll give you my ID, all right? Because I've been here for 31 years in this country, never been arrested, don't have any kind of,
I'm not arguing any of that stuff.
I don't have any records, everything's clean,
Do we have his ID?
Yeah, I'll give it to him now, just for my friend, if it was me, I'll be here till 5 in the morning, I don't have it. Yeah, I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to reach for my ID, all right?
You go right ahead.
Just for my friend.
Yep.
I'll give up my rights for my friend.
Well, it has nothing to do with rights, my friend.
All right, here you go. You're not going to find anything. I just want to, we have the rights. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that's where it's going in this country already.
You do have rights, and I understand that. I'm well versed in the Constitution.
Yeah, I follow.
You do have rights.
Yeah, I follow. I try to follow all the laws. I try to learn everything, so I
But
can.
you do have to identify yourself when the
They say if you're being arrested, there's probable cause, or you're being a danger.
We don't know who you are as the passenger if you don't tell us. So.
Yeah, but I wasn't driving. I didn't commit any crime. There's no probable cause that I'm going to commit a crime. You didn't catch me in the act of committing a crime.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know who you are.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying too.
I do. I do. However, just so you know in the future, you do have to provide.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna call the chief of police and ask him, just to make sure. Because if it is, and I'm wrong, the next time, I know better.
Call the Attorney General's office. They can really tell you. Just tell them the situation. I was a passenger in a car. I was asked to provide my ID, and they'll let you know that is the case.
Okay, I want to find that out because I try to keep up with all the laws, and if that's a new law and I don't know about it, I want to find out.
Power.
Yeah, I just wrote that today on Facebook. I said knowledge is power, same thing like that.
Yep, absolutely.
I said read and learn. I try to always keep up with all the laws, the new laws, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, everything.
Why not?
Just so, yep. I've been here for 31 years, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the police, never been in any kind of trouble, ever.
You ever been stopped and asked for your ID when you were a passenger?
Well, no, never.
Never, huh?
It's just because I have 2 cars, but they both broke down, so,
Gotcha.
so then he's giving me a ride forward.
The reason why we do that is obviously to check anybody, see if they have warrants or whatever. We don't know who the passenger is as far as
Yeah, but you see what the problem with that is? You cannot just go around stopping everybody and asking for IDs like Nazi Germany. You know what I mean?
Vehicles legally stopped though for traffic violations.
Yeah. Now, because you know how it is nowadays.
We don't just accost people on the street and ask them for their identification.
Yeah, but that's where it's going.
Yep.
In New York,
Listen, we're not in New York.
it's already like that.
We're not in New York. We're in Rhode Island. Okay? And the courts say if you are stopped by the police for a legal reason, which this was a legal reason, you committed a traffic violation of some sort, we have the right to identify any passengers in the motor vehicle.
Yeah, but you know that in New York, they didn't have that law before.
We're not in New York.
I mean, but they didn't have it there. Just like they don't have it here, it might go there. If you don't use our rights, if you don't flex your rights, that's where it's going to go, right there. Nazi Germany.
That's when you notify your state rep and you...
Now, pretty soon I'll be going down the street, walking around. Papers, please, papers.
No, that's...
You know, that's where it's going. I mean, I'm sad to say about this is where it's going in this country. Man, when I was here, back when I first came in here, like back in the 80s, the 90s, it was lovely to here. But the way it's going now, I don't know if that was after 9/11 or what happened, but I just can't do anything anymore without having your papers. You know, it's sad. It's sad. And I don't have anything to hide or anything, but
I'm not saying that you do.
no, I don't know, but it seems like that. When you want to give out your name and ID, it seems like, oh, there's all these red flags. What is he hiding?
You're one person. This case that this sergeant's talking about came from a state trooper asking for identification from a bus full of people. And the Supreme Court found that it was warranted. That they can ask for identification.
So even all those innocent people that were just there along for the ride, they have to go through all this hassle, give out the names, the date of birth, and social security, just because somebody else did something? We all have to pay for it? I mean, does that seem right? Yes. Now, if you're looking for a person driving the same type of car that was being looked for like a crime he committed, it was driving a car that's similar to this one, a red Civic, we're looking for that type of car, there's a wanted, and then you stop him for that car, then they go, all right, we stop somebody driving that same, we're looking for somebody that's driving the same type of car, he's being looked for, he committed a crime, all right, I will understand that. But asking all this because he was speeding, I mean, it doesn't go together. It makes no sense.
The courts have said that we can.
All right. Now I'm just gonna, look that up. I'm not saying that you're lying, but I want to make sure for myself.
I want to lie to you.
Okay.
Like I said, no benefit to me. Probably the Attorney General's office and they're the ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that out because.
You can just Google search it.
No, I don't trust Google. I go straight for the source. You can't believe anything you read online. There's too many.
If you go on the Rhode Island
too many, like he says, too many lawyers online. They think they know everything, and then they tell you something that is not even
true.
true.
On the Rhode Island State website, you can look up all the Rhode Island general laws.
Okay. Yeah, I have the phone number for the.
If you do a search on there of obstruction of justice, the entire definition of the statute will come up.
All right.
You'll see that.
And it's going to say if you're a passenger on a car and you get asked for the ID.
It won't be that specific.
You see?
That comes
I want to see where it says that.
From case law.
I want to see where it says that exact word. If you get stopped, your passenger must, by law, give out his name and everything, or go straight to jail. I want to see that.
Okay, well, do you want to roll down your window?
Man, he's all set.
Yeah, he's set. Thanks, sir.
You have a good day, sir.
All right, man. Take care.
Appreciate it.
All right.
When you're a passenger in a car during a traffic stop, it's important to know your rights and how the law applies to you. Many people assume only the driver has to identify themselves, but that's not always the case. Some states allow officers to request ID from passengers, especially if they have a lawful reason for doing so, like ensuring officer safety or investigating possible crimes. But here's the tricky part. Laws vary by state, and police often use vague justifications like officer safety to demand ID. If you're in this situation, it's okay to ask, am I legally required to give you my ID? Can you tell me the specific law that requires it? This forces the officer to clarify their legal basis, and if they can't name the law, you may have grounds to refuse. The man in this conversation knew his rights, but like many people, he wasn't 100% sure of the exact law. He decided to give up his ID to avoid hours of hassle, which is understandable. But if you know your rights ahead of time, you might not feel as pressured. It's wise to research your state's stop and identify laws so you know what to expect. And remember, exercising your rights isn't about being difficult, it's about protecting your privacy. The man said it best, if you don't use your rights, you lose them. Stay calm, stay respectful, and if you're unsure, you can always ask for clarification or call the Attorney General's office to learn more. Knowledge is power, and knowing your rights could be the difference between a quick stop and a long, stressful encounter.
See, it's like I say, that sign right there. That's the bogus sign right there, as you guys can see. Right there, it says including interests, but we already know that's where we're permitted to be. So he said he's gonna go to the back and get the manager. We would love to speak to the manager, like I say, someone in authority here to see if they get, they're willing to even remove these signs, because it's a law saying we can. So this is just weird that every single location we go to, they got the sign up. And she's the manager? Yeah. What, ma'am, is it? Did you tell her I wanted to speak to her? Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to speak with her briefly.
You said you heard that where? On a TV show?
Well, that young man said that. I never said that to you. Oh. Yeah, so man, what I was trying to explain to him what I came here to do. I was just trying to see if I can speak. Obviously, you're the highest person here, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this sign right here about the no recording, where it says including interests, that's actually an unconstitutional sign because are you aware?
I'm aware of people like you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't record here, sir.
Why not?
It's a federal government.
That's correct,
Yes.
and that's what allows us to do it. That's what's allowed.
No, you cannot.
What's your name?
Stop recording.
What's your name?
My name is Mrs. Barrera.
Mrs. Barrera.
Stop recording.
So with all due respect, we can record now. It's just your.
But she's a man, she said no recording. Now if it's
Yeah, she's just misinformed though.
yeah, but you can't do it. Since she said you can't do it, even though she's misinformed.
Yeah, she's misinformed.
Yeah, but she says don't do it though.
Well,
so what you're gonna have to do is probably come back with some kind of authoritative proof that say we can't do that, or get something from the Attorney General, or something from.
Well, the law says we can do it.
Well,
That's just it.
Well, you have to go get the law.
It should be posted somewhere.
No, you got to go get the law and prove that. I mean, you
That
can.
might be it right there. I think that's the law. Yeah, it's always posted at every Social Security office up there on the wall. That's possibly it if you want to check it out.
No, I would just prefer you not to record anymore, since she said you can't do it.
Well, I'm definitely going to continue because I got to file a FOIA too as well. So
All right, well, I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to call the 911. I'm just warning you.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Okay.
All right. See, I said, see, this is the CFR. Look at this right quick, TTA fan. This is the actual law, right? So if you look at C, it says, oh, my focus is off a little bit. You see how it says building interests, lobbies, FOIAs, corridors for news purposes. But if you look at the Social Security Administration sign, it says including. So they're telling you can't, and the Social Security Administration sign says you can't record absolutely anywhere, including interests. That's the signs we gotta get removed. We gotta work hard to get them removed. So.
A few minutes later.
What's up, boss? Are you looking for they obviously called you for me.
Were you arguing with someone?
Yeah, well, not really arguing. I say we was probably disagreeing about the laws right here saying how we can record in public, and security was basically saying we couldn't. Manager came out, but I was trying to tell them that the laws right here, they wasn't interested in listening. But here he comes now, so the security guy.
No, nothing physical.
Nah, we've been standing right here the whole time. Did they say something on 911 was physical?
No.
Oh.
It's just something we gotta ask.
Oh, okay. What did they actually say though?
Said male black was arguing with security guard.
Oh wow.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he was going to give you guys a call, but we're in public, man. You know, up here he is here.
Okay, we have just no discrepancy here. He says he has a right to record. He also said he wanted to talk to the manager about pulling down the right to record. Sign down. Now, a manager talked to him. Go ahead. She suggested that he, start recording and take off. So, that's where she wants him to take off and start recording.
Yeah.
So I know it's a little stipulation in this here.
The laws right here saying we can.
But that's GSA, General Services. But I mean, she would suggest that he take off and start recording. Is it trying?
But he's not like interfering with anyone, like answering and coming.
Well, I mean,
just as long as you're not blocking the doorway, because
of course not.
Yeah, just Just the law, like in that sense, like as long like for a government building like this, as long as you're not like interfering with like their business transactions, as long as you're not like.
Listen, I haven't even crossed that threshold. I've been standing here the entire time, and they claim, they swear up and down that I can't do this.
Well, that's what from what FPS informs me. They my boss. Okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
So, like I say, all I'm doing is trying to, go by the rules of what management.
I understand, but you got to look at the law.
I'm just the security.
The law's right there.
Security. But so I mean, but if the manager says that, all I can do is try to enforce it.
Right.
That's all I'm doing.
I hear
understand. I understand the law here. I understand what you're trying to do.
Right.
All I can do is go by what the manager tells me.
So the manager, right? She's still back there telling you that I should leave.
She requested. You heard her. She requested that you start recording.
Okay.
Take off. So that's all I can do.
Yeah.
And then let them know.
Yeah, I feel you. Well,
that's all I can
so, I mean, as an officer, how you pronounce your last name, sir?
Come on.
Guerrera?
Guerra.
And your badge number, sir?
119.
Appreciate it.
Here she go.
I mean, if you can, inform the manager just so we won't have these problems moving forward, that what I'm doing is constitutionally protected, we'd be good to go.
You're good.
Yeah, we could give him a talking to and see if, I know it's like gray areas.
This is gray areas. And she's reached out. I'm sorry, sir. She's reached out to FPS. She's reaching out to him now, but I know it's a gray area. But
it really isn't no gray area though. We have a right to do it. There's no gray area when it comes to rights. You don't need a real reason to exercise rights. You have a right to do it. That's just how it is. So there's really no gray area. It's just it's ego and pride at this point.
I mean, it's not. Whose pride?
Well, maybe the manager.
The thing about it is, like I said, all I can do is try to enforce what she tells me to do. That's all I can do.
Hey, but you know what, sir? You should always want to do the right thing. If she's telling you to do something wrong, still do right, no matter what.
Listen, I understand that.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying, but like I say, I get paid to keep this place secure.
I understand.
I get paid to do what she tells me to do.
Even if it's wrong, but you shouldn't want to do wrong. No matter what. But yeah, officer, that'd be great, man. If you can inform the manager here, it would be good to go. So, officer, what's your name and badge number, sir?
It's Williams. Start 107.
Appreciate that.
No problem, sir.
And just what was your plan for the rest of the day? Are you just gonna stay here?
Probably. Well, of course, I'm not gonna stay here all day.
Yeah,
of course not. But I did tell him I'm definitely gonna file a FOIA with this department.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was trying to see if the manager was willing to come out and remove this sign, because, like I say, this sign is saying you can, which is their sign, but this is the actual law saying we can. So
she said you could just stay here, just don't block the doorways, okay? Just to prevent people from coming in and out, okay?
Of course not. So the manager, the short lady right there with the glasses, she said I was good to go right here.
She'd prefer you to be outside, but
she must have talked to someone. What did you tell her, officer?
I just let her know that you want her to look into the posters, and as long as you're not interfering with anyone, there's no problem.
Okay, right. But you did let her know we have a right to do it.
Yeah, but she prefers you be outside.
Yeah, of course, man. But that's, come on, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. It's all good, man. She, like I said, she probably hollered at somebody at FPS that told her that we was good to go. I don't know, because he did confirm it. He said she's on the phone with FPS, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you're not blocking anyone, okay?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Many minutes later.
Talk with them, then I'll come out.
Okay, all right, for sure. Yeah, did you educate them, man?
I did.
You know what? My thing be with the Social Security officers now, it be that they got obviously two different signs up there. They got one, you got the CFR, which is actually the law. And then you got a sign up there saying restricting these areas. So we got to get those removed, man.
Again, that's an argument that's way above our pay grades.
Okay.
So they'll do what they got to do. I appreciate you being understanding, not causing a scene.
Man, I never do.
Fine with everything. So they're good to go. You're good to go.
Okay.
You have any questions?
Nah, man. What? So, do you guys like generate a report number as well?
I'm just going to do an entry that I just got here, but I'm not doing any police reports on them.
Police. Okay. So, okay. You just saying that you showed
just
up.
That I showed up, that we talked, and that's.
Did you got a star number or no?
I just go by my last name, Romero.
Romero. All right. Appreciate it, Romero.
All right. Be safe.
Man, you too.
When you walk into a government building like a Social Security office, it's important to understand your rights when it comes to recording. This encounter offers a perfect learning moment. The key takeaway here is that federal law, specifically 41 CFR section 10274.420, allows for recording in public areas of federal buildings such as entrances, lobbies, corridors, and foyers. However, misunderstandings about this right are common, especially among security personnel and managers. In this situation, the auditor was immediately challenged by security and the manager, both claiming he couldn't record inside. Their reasoning: the building had signs posted that said no recording, including in entrances and lobbies. Here's the issue: just because a sign says something doesn't make it legally enforceable. This is why it's crucial to know the actual law. The auditor did something smart here. He pointed to the CFR, Code of Federal Regulations, posted on the wall, which explicitly states his right to record in public areas. This shows the power of having the law on your side. Another big lesson here is how to deal with authority figures. The security guard admitted he was just doing his job and following orders from the manager. But the auditor made a key point. Even if someone tells you to do the wrong thing, you should still want to do the right thing. That's something we should all keep in mind. Just following orders is no excuse for violating someone's rights. Then the police arrive. They're calm, they ask questions, and they ultimately don't escalate the situation. The officers acknowledge that as long as the auditor isn't blocking entrances or interfering with business, he's within his rights to stay and film. This is an example of how knowing your rights can prevent unnecessary conflict. The police even hinted that it's a gray area, but the auditor clapped back with a powerful point. There's no gray area when it comes to rights. Boom, that's a life lesson right there. This encounter teaches us that knowing the law, staying calm, and clearly stating your rights can prevent false claims from going unchecked. If you're ever in a similar situation, remember this: the law is your shield, not the signs on the wall or what someone in charge tells you. Stay firm, stay respectful, and most importantly, know your rights before you need to use them.